Good, son? Running out of jokes, man.
Well, that's a first.
There once lived two brothers and sisters named Hansel and Gretel. They lived with their father and stepmother, but their stepmother was evil and hated them. One night, the stepmother said to the woodcutter, "We must get rid of those children. There are too many mouths to feed in my house. Tomorrow, take them to the woods and leave them there." Hansel overheard them, what the stepmother said, and came up with a plan. The next day, the stepmother gave each child a loaf of bread in case they would be hungry later. While walking through the woods, Gretel ate her bread, but Hansel dropped pieces of bread in the grass to make a trail home. As the sun began to set, the woodcutter made an excuse and told the children to stay there, and he left. As it got dark, Gretel began to whine. "It's cold and I'm hungry, but where's the woodcutter? How would I get home?" "Don't worry," replied Hansel. "I left the trail so we could make it home ourselves." However, when Hansel went to go look for his bread trail, he realized that the animals had eaten them. Afraid, they began to walk hoping to find someone to help. Eventually, they reached a house, but as Hansel knocked on the door, he realized it was a chocolate hungry. They said, began nibbling on the house made of gingerbread, chocolate, and icing. Moments later, the door opened, and the lady that looked like a witch came out. "Come in, my children. I have real food in here." The two cautiously walked in and smelled all the wonderful food on the table. My, you two are so skinny. Here, eat up." That night, Hansel and Gretel ate all the food in the which turning on food the witch had made and fell sleepy. As they made their way to the couch to sleep, Hansel noticed the witch turning on the oven again, and they said, "Oh no, we're not hungry anymore. You don't have to cook any more food for us." To which the witch replied, "Oh, I'm not cooking for you two. I'm cooking for me. Tonight, I'm having 2 young children for dinner. He. Frightened, Hansel and Gretel tried to make their way to the door, but a large man came out of a hidden door and grabbed the 2 children and tied them up. While the witch was preparing the food, she noticed she needed some water, so she made the large man fetch her a pail of water. When the oven was ready, the witch approached the kids and untied them so they could fit in the oven. "Now don't try anything funny before I tell my servant to get your father and put him in the oven with you too." Although it was a scary threat, it was still just a threat. So when the witch was busy opening the oven, he saw his chance and pushed her inside.
Nice.
Quickly, he told Gretel to get all the furniture and push it towards the oven, while he kept the door closed. When all the furniture was up against the oven, the 2 ran out the house as fast as they could. However, while running away, the large man was coming back and started chasing the 2. Never daring to look back, the kids ran as fast as they could through the woods, outlasting the large man, and eventually found their way home. As they ran inside the house, their father exclaimed, "My children, you're home. I heard your evil stepmother leaves, so she'll never come back, and we can live happy ever after."